Welcome to the Rich Flow of Life podcast. Join Valerie Kanay, the award-winning authority author, as she takes you on a journey for your personal evolution. Valerie Kanay talks to enlightened featured guests who hold the keys to unlock your unique life situation. They each bring to the table their very powerful personal spin to inspire and empower you to learn to step up your game into the rich flow of life.
Well, hello everybody, I'm Valerie Kanay, and today our featured guest is Phil Richardson and Danielle Papillon. And they are the award-winning authors of their book series entitled Take the Step Ahead. And this particular book is the first one in the series, and it's called Take the Step Ahead, Negotiate Your Adversary into Your Ally. Oh, wow. It's all about giving you 10 distinct secrets for success from all around the world. So now let me tell you, these people here, there's some real heavyweights out here. I'm telling you, Danielle and Phil, they go way back. These two lovebirds, they met on a dating site. I'm going to let them explain all about that. And they have teenagers between the two of them. They were single parents, and boy, this is a fascinating story. On the business side now, Danielle has trained over 60,000 people in her career. Big time, right? Phil has led very large projects and teams and has employed as many as 5,000 people, and I'm going to let him share his spin on that. But both Danielle and Phil are the go-to experts when it comes to negotiations, communication, and strategy in relationships. They're very passionate to share what they have learned over the years to help ordinary people just like you and me folks to succeed in both our personal lives and our business lives. So Valerie Kanay is ready to dig in deep and find out about this good stuff here. So welcome, Danielle and Phil to our program.
Well, thanks very much, Valerie, and we really appreciate your interest in hearing our story and spreading it to your viewers. Danielle.
Hi, Valerie. Thank you for having us. It's awesome. Really awesome.
Really, truly awesome. I can't wait to hear about this. So I'm going to dig in deep. We're going to find out why you wrote the book and what the series is all about. But give me the human side, the real heart-to-heart stuff, how you guys met on that dating site.
Well, Valerie, I'm going to let Phil explain it because I love the way he explains it.
Me
and
too.
I love the sentence, too. It tickles my heart.
Phil.
Well, I'll take it away. It's we're either early adopters or dinosaurs, whatever you want to say. But 19 years ago, we met on a dating site, as Danielle said, and as you said, and we hit it off right away. And we met, even though we were from different cities. We met. We got to know each other, liked each other very much, and became a couple. But there was one fact of life that we had to contend with. We lived in different cities. Of course, like any couple, you want to be together. We happen to have 7 reasons who raised their objections.
The teenagers.
Yeah, teenagers.
And I want to say it was 6 boys and 1 girl, and that's my 1 girl as well.
Yeah, so anyway, we could not figure out how to move these people together. It's just not going to happen. And so, we very regretfully, after being together for some time, concluded that, we really were going to part as a couple, but we remained friends over the years. And a little while later, I started traveling around the world, working in different parts of it. And I went to Dubai. I worked there. I worked in Abu Dhabi, the UAE, India, also in China. And last fall, we had a very interesting experience as I've come back to North America. I was invited to speak on globalization at LinkedIn's annual conference in Las Vegas. And of course, Danielle was in the audience, and we had standing room only. There was a lot of interest in the subject. And I'll get to that more when we talk about the book. But LinkedIn are a very professional organization, and they pretty much knew what I was going to say through my speech. But at the end of it, I went off script, and I started to tell this story that we're just talking about right now. And I said, when I wanted to return to Canada and to North America from China, where I was last working and living, I decided I wanted to reach out and talk to Danielle. But for whatever reason, I misplaced her email address.
Okay.
So I was thinking, how the hell am I going to reach out to Danielle? Then I remembered Danielle, like me, is a LinkedIn member. And so we connected on LinkedIn, and the LinkedIn executives were looking a little worried, thinking that people were going to misinterpret LinkedIn as being a dating site after I told that story. But anyway, they accepted it in good humor, and both Danielle and I got a standing ovation. And I told people at the end, I said, there's one thing I wanted to tell you. I spent the last 15 years working around the world, wandering around looking for Danielle.
And Phil, you don't do boring, right?
Yeah, here she is. She's right here.
That's true. That is a wonderful story. You appreciate you sharing it with us, too. So now let's dive in deep into what you guys are here to talk about the book. And I know how important it is about direct training, the skills you need to do well in competition. And you guys have something that's called Global Best Practices. And that's just the best way of doing things. I wanted you to just take it from there and go on from the book about this global best practices.
Sure. Well, the book is important, but honestly, what's even more important is our mission. And that is, having worked around the world, I've seen how people do things at different. So, for example, I led the development of the world's largest indoor theme park called Ferrari World, and that's Ferrari as in the car. And so I worked closely with them in Italy. We built this in Abu Dhabi, UAE. And we built this project of 2 million square feet. And that's not small, Valerie. We built it in 19 months. And that's just unheard of in North America. It just, that sort of scale isn't accomplished in that timeline. How did we do it? Well, we not only did it on budget and on schedule, also, we're ready for the 400 million viewers of the Formula One race that we held right beside it on a track that we built in Abu Dhabi.
Wow, that's awesome, Phil. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, thanks. And it was a real blessing for me to be involved in those projects. But, the importance was here we were on a global stage, and you just can't make excuses. And you've got to use the very best methods and techniques that you can to be able to achieve that. So that's what I learned while I was away. And when I returned to North America, of course, I came back on frequent basis to see my family. I looked at what we were doing here, and I realized that with all of the international interest in coming to North America to compete with us for a share of our rich market, these people coming here, both employees as well as companies, are using those same global best practices to succeed. And frankly, we haven't had a lot of interest in learning those over the years because we've had it our own way for so long, but not anymore. So now our mission is to help our fellow North Americans to learn these best practices so we can compete. I'm not saying to those outside our nations to not come. They should come, because they make us better. But we've got to respond by learning those global best practices. Otherwise, we're going to be second best, and we can't allow that to happen.
Gotcha. That's real heavy, and I know Danielle is real strong in this area. So I wanted her to share with the negotiations in everyday life, and also in your work to deliver those messages, like the negative messages that people may pick up on, the conflict resolutions, customer service. She gave me a little bit about that, but I want you to expound on that just a little bit more, Danielle.
Well, thank you so much, Valerie. So what it is that I do is I am a trainer, and I've been training for a little over 20 years now. And so when I was looking at my background and taking a look at my past, I started calculating how many people have I trained in my life. And so I've done a lot of government projects. I've done very large corporate training programs. I've trained individuals as well. And so it's over 60,000 people.
Ooh, wow. Wonderful.
I'm a little embarrassed to say because there's so many people, and I'm really not exaggerating here at all. And so the type of training that I've done in the past, and I still do now, is in two categories. It's in software, just like office products and so forth, and then in the soft skills. And so what happened is when Phil 3 years ago came back from overseas, and we got together, he started writing and talking about lessons learned that he has done or that he has learned. And so when we came together talking about our mission is to make people aware, for example, for negotiations and for global best practices. Well, that was great, but we wanted to be not just writing a book, not just talking about it, but training in it. And so what I mean by that is you don't sit in our training room for 8 hours just listening to us talk. It is totally hands-on. It is very edgy.
Edgy. I like that. Edgy workshop.
Very edgy.
This is the modern day thing. No longer that old-fashioned, boring, laid back in a chair, people nodding out, falling asleep, right?
Absolutely not. And that's why I've been successful in my training in the past with corporations and so forth, because I don't like boring. You don't learn when it's boring. But the point is, in our workshops, we wanted, and we do want, our people to walk away saying, I know how to negotiate. I know now how to communicate in conflict. I know now how to do customer service. And so, for example, right now, Phil and I are working with customer service with extremely large companies, teaching them about customer service. And the thing is that customer service isn't like it used to be. It's not having a pretty smile, please, and thank you. It's a lot more than that. And it encompasses global best practices. And so therefore, it's avant-garde. It's a step ahead, a step ahead from yesterday's news.
Gotcha. Now, I'm not going to skate over that because now, Valerie Kanay like to dig in deep on some of this stuff here. So tell me what you mean when you say customer service is now avant-garde. What does that mean, Danielle?
Well, what I mean by that is that clients nowadays, or customers today, such as yourself, any consumers, for example, or corporate call centers, corporate customer service departments, and so forth, their client want more. All of the clients want more. You yourself, if you think about you yourself, when you go to a restaurant, you want more. It's not just about just a smile. You want great customer service. We look at it is you work very hard for your money, and you want to spend it well, and you want to choose where to spend it. And so same thing with my corporate clients or Phil's corporate clients. They work very hard and they struggle to get good clients and to keep these good clients. So these clients are saying, hey, we could offer our business somewhere else. Why should I stay with you? So therefore, there's a lot of reasons why they should stay with a company if there is excellent customer service.
Okay, so you guys really spell it out, detail it bit by bit, all the way from the A to the Z, to everything. There's nothing unturned. There's nothing to figure out. You just go with the application on what you're teaching and you put it to use, right?
That's correct. So when we say put it to use as well, when you come into one of our workshops, it's not sitting down, taking lots of notes and listening to us talk. We make you work.
Oh, I love that.
We put you under conditions and circumstances where you become the client, or you become the customer service representative, or you're the one who has a conflict in communications, or you're the one receiving a negative message from perhaps your boss because of whatever reasons. But that's what we work on. So by the time you leave, yes, we give you material and we give them our book. But as well, by the time you leave, you feel confident to try different techniques on different, and it's a life change as well. It's almost like a diet, for example. You don't go on one diet and that's it. You slowly change your lifestyle. That includes exercise and healthy eating. It's the same thing with our workshops. You slowly change your lifestyles in the approach and the type of thinking so that you do, and how you react to things and how you react to situations.
Mm-hmm. So people are able to take negatives, they're able to take conflict, they're able to get resolution and get a new meaning out of what they thought was hard, hellacious, and just bad, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, I like that you're able. This is real transformational stuff, because not everybody can teach and have these type of skill sets out here because they don't have the training, the background, and like the number. When you have numbers like 60,000 people that you've helped, that's a real big feat and accomplishment. So you sure know what you're doing out here. And like anybody that wants to learn, you absolutely must always consider to learn from the best. And I think you guys are the absolute best. What do you have to say about that, Phil?
Well, I'm a Canadian, so we're going to say, well, that's very nice of you for the compliment. But I do tend to agree, and it's because of the blessings that we've had to be able to encounter the people we have around the world who've helped us to learn and understand these ourselves. And it applies to every part of one's life. So this is not just for a corporation or a corporate employee. This is for the average person as well.
Awesome. I'm glad you said that. This is for the person, the individual, not just corporations. This can be used by any and everybody if you're breathing, right, Phil?
Well, absolutely. And we want people to breathe happily.
I love that.
So what happens, Valerie, is that in addition to the workshop, we also provide coaching for those who feel they want even more advanced assistance and so on. And as we publish our books, we provide for feedback on our website, www.takethestepahead.com. And what people can do is sign up for a free subscription to our newsletters, but also to our blog, and they can contribute. We don't pretend to know everything. We don't. And so we learn from other people as well. And we share that with our membership so that we can all get better together.
All right. Very cool. And so just delve into that a little bit more. Whether workshops, are they online or in person? How would you get to attend your workshops?
We have two main offices. One is in Toronto. The other is in Phoenix, Arizona. And from there, we offer workshops in different cities in both the United States and Canada. We just completed a series in Toronto, for example, and quite a successful one. And at those workshops, ahead of time, of course, we reach out through social media marketing to let people know about them. And what happens is we attract, we want a limited number of people because a room full of 100 people doesn't really serve as a good training platform. Instead, our workshops contain 15 to 20 people maximum. And so everybody gets a chance to interact. And Danielle is the chief trainer. I'm just here for some window dressing. And I don't even do that very well. Danielle does that even better. But I'm a good storyteller. I can talk about all my experiences just as an appetizer. But Danielle provides the meat and potatoes. And so, people are able to interact. She has, live interactions and so on that she arranges. And again, at the end of the day, we've connected with our attendees as people. And so they have no hesitation about asking questions. Again, we want them to ask questions. We want to help them. That's part of our mission. And so the result is that we reach out to them by having workshops in different cities. We're working on doing online workshops as well, although we don't offer them just yet. But we'll.
You're working on it. That's cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's, we want to extend our reach as widely as we can. And we make personal appearances in the form of speeches and so on to be able to help people to understand what we're talking about and how important it is.
How important it is. You so well said. And that's a good way to close with this particular episode. And I want to say that I so appreciate you guys taking your time out to be with us today. I don't take it lightly that you've joined us and to share this incredible information with us. And I do want either one of you to give your website, your contact details again, so that it can be at the back end and people can, easily tap into and connect and hook into your informations.
Okay, sure. Firstly, the website is www.takethestepahead.com, and you can reach us at our emails there at Danielle, DANIELLEP, for her last initial, at takethestepahead.com. And you can reach me at Phil, R, at takethestepahead.com. So please reach out to us, and we'd be glad to hear how we might be able to help you and offer some choices. I also want to say, Valerie, life is so full of blessings, and we've experienced so many. There's that, in recent years, the idea of paying ahead is something that is a concept that a lot of people have embraced. And we, like you're putting yourself out there and you're making possible the sharing of knowledge, the sharing of passion. And you're paying ahead in a big way by allowing all of people like us to be able to tell our stories. And we thank you very much for that.
Oh, my goodness. That's so nice. I appreciate it. Really, I really and truly do. And so on that note, I'm going to say, Danielle, I love you dearly. And Phil, I love you dearly.
Valerie, you're just awesome. You're so lovely and very beautiful. Bye.
Oh, thank you. Bye-bye, you guys.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye for now.
Good.
You have been listening to the Rich Flow of Life podcast with host Valerie Kanay. We're most appreciative you took the time to be with us, and thank you. For more action, go subscribe to Valerie Kanay Talks YouTube channel and like us on Facebook at Valerie Kanay Talks and follow us on Twitter at Valerie Kanay. Until next time, we love ya.